What completely ruins a date before it even begins? So
I got one.
Oh,
I'm
really?
ready to go.
Because a man had ruined his chances with a woman until he did a miracle to fix it. Maybe there was a miracle done for you, but Madeline, take the stage.
Okay, so like, if not even like a friendship thing, like if someone like comes to pick you up at your house to like go somewhere, and they're not wearing their seatbelt, you're done.
That's like, I didn't even think about that.
It's
You're
done.
right. You
Like,
take too many risks.
Yeah,
Get out of my car.
Like it's finished. Like if you don't even care enough to like
wow,
wear a seatbelt,
that's a
like,
good one.
peace out.
I feel like that's so
off rip
specific.
too. That's off rip right away. Before you get into the car, you could immediately just say, never mind.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
you know.
Sometimes you don't know until the beeping goes off.
Wow.
Yeah, like if someone's not wearing their seatbelt, I'm like, sorry, like you don't care about yourself.
Nope.
Like, I don't know.
Okay.
It immediately puts a bad taste in my mouth.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, you gotta wear your seatbelt.
I like that. I think I'm going to
What
take
do you
that.
think about a seatbelt in the back seat, though?
Absolutely, wear a seatbelt.
You got to wear a seatbelt at all
Because
times.
if you're in the back seat not wearing a seatbelt and
Yep.
the driver in front of you is wearing a seatbelt, you get into a crash, you're beheading the person in front of
You
you
are.
because your body will be a projectile.
Yeah, but the car is mainly only like created to protect the driver, and the passenger is the one that goes out first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. if the passenger's in
Everyone
the
wear a
middle.
seatbelt.
I know.
Seatbelt,
But I'm
yeah.
saying the car is created to basically save the driver, but like the passenger is mainly the first person to go,
You know
like
what I
leave.
hate? The fact that
Yeah.
the middle backseat seats are always so uncomfortable with the seatbelt. The seatbelt's always so small, or like it's right on your belly only and not like across your chest.
Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah, I don't like the middle seat, but like
I'm always
But
the
that's
middle
the most
seat.
dangerous one, honestly, because then you're going through the window.
I'm
if
always
you're not
the
wearing
middle.
your belt.
Your belt, yeah.
I'm always the middle one because I'm the shortest one, so people have put me in the middle
Yeah,
and the
you have
back,
no
so
choice.
it's easy to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother and I would fight for the middle seat actually as
What?
little
Did
kids.
you like the middle seat?
Yeah, because we liked being able to see the road. We like,
Oh, that's true. You get a nice good view.
yeah, instead of like the back of my mom's head.
Or like only the side profile of the road. You missed everything good that was coming up.
Yeah,
But that's a good one. That's a good one. I never thought of the seatbelt as being something that like you cannot.
immediate turn off.
So even if let's say like they put it on, is it still over for you? Like let's say you mention it and they put it on, is it like ruined for you? Like you don't.
yeah, it's
Yeah?
like done. Like, gotta. It's just like one of the
It's
things.
like
it's
done, you gotta put a
It's
seatbelt
one of
on.
the things. Of, like you gotta wear a
what are those things
seatbelt.
called? Like red flags or is it
Yeah.
like the pet peeves? Yeah, basically.
I just
one of
wasn't
those
sure
for
if
her.
like that even like if like because in this topic I said like this guy had done a miracle to fix it, so I thought maybe the miracle here was like they put it on, but if it's still not
No, 'cause,
working,
like, if they just put it on because I say like, can you please put your seatbelt on? Like they're not gonna wear the seatbelt.
It's also
even
yeah,
with-
you
without
know,
you
you
there.
know, like it's kind of like the same thing with like putting the grocery cart, like the shopping cart back after you're done
That's
going
a big
grocery
one. I'm
shopping.
not gonna lie. I definitely don't do that. Yeah, I don't.
like-
I don't put it back.
It's like I don't even know. Like I judge people based on
Yeah,
like what
honestly,
they do.
you know what it is? I don't put it back just because I just hate the fact that I worked at Home Goods for so long, and some nights I would literally just pick up all the carts and do that stuff. But then I'm like, well, hold on, I'm still working. Like after I'm finally done with this retail job, I'm still out here putting carts back after all this time. And it's like, if those people didn't have these things to do it, why do I have to be? Then I'm just as good as them. So I get it, but I don't think I mind being as good as them. I think everyone's kind of something inside.
Yeah, I just this seatbelt thing is like
The seatbelt, though, that
non-negotiable.
is non-negotiable. That one I
that's
agree
a good
with.
one.
Yeah.
Antonio, what about you? What is something that like someone does that just ruins it before it even
Honestly,
starts?
I like this question. I feel like I had a lot of ideas. So when I first started dating again after my first like ex, I've never been dating ever because I was always a very like shy, timid kid in high school. Never had no girlfriends, anything like that. But after I got over my first relationship, I started like getting in the dating pool a lot. I started making more risks. Everything felt more fluid, more comfortable. So I was able to get into a lot of dates. It wasn't really that like hard because like all the dating apps, all et cetera, yada yada.
you've got Riz.
I guess I have the Riz. I guess so.
I mean-
I'm quite of a quantum rism. What is that?
He can't
Quantum
even
risics?
speak.
Quantum rhisicist?
Quantum rhisicist. That might be me. But no. Back then, like I was going on dates kind of often, and I think two things that I learned from him is that like one, like if you have bad breath, instant like everything is over for you. You know what I mean? Everything kind of just ends. Like everything we've talked about, anything in common, like bad breath is a tough one for me because like if I get remotely close to you, I'm instantly like, oh, like, ooh, this guy changed everything now. Ooh, yeah, a little kick to it. But like, the worst part was I was on this one date, right?
Why are you making it sound like they're hot sauce?
Exactly how it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. One time I was on this one date, and you know, like, we're kind of getting along, and like, it's kind of interesting though, because like, this is the first girl I ever like went on a date with, or even like talked to more than like just friends, that was, you know, like white, and this was new to me, because like, you know, I felt like it was a different, like, you know, going out with someone that's white and like with someone that's Hispanic. I felt like it just felt different. You know what I mean? I felt like getting along with her was a little more awkward for some reason. Like, it felt like I was a little uncomfortable. But things went well. Everything came out fine. Like, I was kind of talking to her, and then at the end of the date, you know, I wasn't that close to her throughout the whole date. You know what I mean? Because it's still like, you know, there's boundaries. You know, we're still strangers. You know what I mean? So I'm not getting that close to you. So I didn't realize the breath. But then towards the end of the date, like, you know, we kissed. And then instantly, I was like,
regret, abort mission.
Like, what? Oh man, exactly. So that's one for me. And then two, I feel like, you know, you know, people might not say there's no such thing as like out of your league and like feeling as if though someone's like hotter than you and it's all about confidence, right? I get that for sure. But there's still going to be that little bit of like, ooh, like that person's like kind of like out of my league. Like, because when you're first meeting somebody, it's just based off looks only. You don't know anything about them. So there's no connection else besides, you know, a physical attraction. So I feel like if you're going on a date, right, and you're going out with someone that's like, you feel is out of your league, like immediately that ruins a date for you, because now you're really self-conscious. You're not as confident as you would go, as feeling as if it's just someone like normal you're meeting. Like, you're always feeling like you want to like one up yourself, or like you're trying to like not be yourself, which ruins the date as well. So I feel like that's not a good thing. I feel like, yeah, that's an answer for me as well. If someone you're going with is extremely out of your date, it ruins your whole mojo.
Okay. Whole flow. Mojo.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like Austin Powers.
Exactly. Literally.
Yeah.
I lost my mojo.
And then he just like, I can't, with the chest hair, the teeth, the whole thing.
Movie. I think it's gonna go off Netflix pretty soon. Or it might already have gone on Netflix.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I love Austin Powers.
Netflix can't keep a damn movie on their streaming site. I
know. I heard they're bringing back the Titanic, but that's a whole other thing.
So there.
For me, something that completely ruins a date before it even begins. All right, I got two things. One, Antonio, I think you know the answer. Say it.
Rats. Hold on.
Rats?
No,
Antonio?
Like, I knew the answer. I've been on Jamie at the show for a while. I feel like I know what it is.
One thing. One of my biggest pet peeves that ruins a date immediately. Come on, Antonio. You know me so well. Let's go.
Is it smoking? No, right?
That is one.
Cigarettes?
But that's
it
not
is cigarettes, right?
I know
it's a big thing of your pet peeve of yours. So
I don't like the smoking, but that wasn't my biggest one. Okay.
I'm sorry, Jamie.
You failed me.
I failed you.
You failed me. It's noses. If you have a really bad nose, I can't do it.
Wait, time out.
Like,
I actually don't even know what that means. Like their nose is too big? They have sniffing problems? What do you mean nose?
If you got a beak,
Oh, it is a big nose. Yeah, you see, I never knew that about you. So I was right about the cigarettes thing.
If you have a small nose and it's cute, you're in. I just love cute noses.
Interesting.
If you have a big nose, because I'm short, right? I'm 4'10". If I look up and I see your nostrils can fit grapes in there, you're out.
Wow,
what are you?
It's not a good look when you're short. You're right. You just look up. It's
if
just straight
I look up
black
and all I
holes.
see is nostrils.
It's the emptiness of space, a black star destroying.
If I have to look up and I could fit a whole grape up your nose, you're done.
If I can see your brain through your
if I can see your cranium.
My sister went on a date recently, and she asked me, what do I think of the guy? Now, he's 6'1". Remember, I'm 4'10".
Your sister likes dating tall guys?
She
is
does.
that your thing? Yeah,
that's her thing.
My boyfriend's like 6'5".
So I look up
I
at
could make
him.
an NBA team with these boyfriends. That's crazy.
I look at him, right? And she goes, what do you think? I go, well, he seems nice besides the fact he has nose hair.
Everybody has nose hair.
Not when it's like a bush coming out of your nose.
No, he doesn't. There's no way he has a bush.
Yeah, he did. He had a little area.
He's not an old man.
He had a little area where I swear to God, I could have taken a paintbrush and it would have been enough to do paintings with it.
No way.
Swear to God, it was disgusting. I personally cannot stand anything with the nose that's not cute. If your nose is not cute, you're out. Sorry, I don't do pointy noses. I don't do super rounded noses. I also don't like noses that just like are beakish. Like you could just like have your nose open and go, waha! Like no, like get the beak away. Okay. I'm not here to date like any kind of what are those birds called? The toucans. I'm not here to date any of that.
That is a toucan. You're not wrong.
I'm not into that. Like I can't do it. And then another thing that really gets me going, that if I see that on a date, if you have really foul teeth,
You see,
you're done.
the teeth is hard, right? It's definitely a hard setback, but it's not a date ruiner.
It's
You know
a
what I
ruiner
mean?
for me.
Because like people can always get braces later in life.
No, because like I know some people
But
are against it.
At least if you brush them, crooked teeth, that's okay.
No, it's not, it's not about
You
the
know what I
crooked
mean?
teeth.
We're talking a lot about the mouth right now.
I
It's
guess so,
not
yeah.
the crooked teeth that bothers me. That's the part that I think everybody's like wrong about. So my
That's not
problem,
what you're saying? I thought that's what you were saying.
So like Shane does have crooked teeth, and they do scare me because they do remind me of like a barbed wire fence.
That's
I
messed
have
up.
told him about
That's
that.
crazy.
I love him, but I have told him. I'm
Yeah.
honest. You want me to lie
Braces
to
are
him?
expensive. No,
But
go
yeah,
ahead.
he does say that they are a cosmetic, and I understand that. But I do think that if you have a ton of plaque on your teeth, and if you floss and there's blood there, or if or
Right.
if like you have plaque that's orange and noticeable, my boy,
That goes hand in hand with bad breath, though. So.
my boy, I cannot
same
do
page
it. I
there.
cannot. I
don't know.
repeat.
I try to like go by the rule, like if it's not something they could change within 10 seconds, like
Okay, well,
Don't,
you
like,
can't
bring it
change
up,
plaque
you know?
in 10
That's a good point.
seconds.
That's what she means. That's why she's saying it, I think.
if it's like not something that like they can like immediately do something about, like it's like
I had to
They
like
can't really,
bring
like-
it up to Shane because in the beginning of our relationship, everything was going great. Everything was perfect besides that one thing. And I was like, I didn't know how I did it, but I was like, I can't kiss you because I'm scared. Right? That's basically what I said because I didn't want to do it. But then I also was honest with him and I was like, listen, I think we should start doing more dental hygiene together.
Wow. But you said it too.
I said it like together.
To that person?
I said it to Shane.
Oh, Shane is. Oh, no way. But Shane wasn't the person you met in the first place, right?
Well, that was the first person where I was like, I think I want to do it together with you. But I have told other people in the past, like, let's do something.
But he wasn't with the plaque, though. You're that right?
Shane did have some, but I've been with other people who were like heavily
That have
smokers
worse,
and that
right?
had to
Yeah.
do more. Like I'd be like, let's do Listerine together. I had to tell somebody that like
Listerine day.
I would literally tell them, you cannot come near me because your teeth literally smell like metal because of all the cavities you had. So they would literally do Listerine before they come to the house. And they
That's
would
always a
like
good
they would
sign.
take it in the car, spit it out on the street, and then come up to the door.
That's always a good sign, right?
Yeah, I'm just done. I'm just done with these men and not taking care of their teeth. If you really want to have something, because like you've got to think about it, that's gonna be passed down to your kids.
Yeah.
Do you
my
really
boyfriend
want?
is like the cleanest boy in the world. Like
Okay.
he brushes
Okay.
his teeth.
He's the guy from Tiny Turner.
He brushes his teeth for so long, and I'm actually
Just
like
because it's
impressed.
long doesn't mean it's good.
No, I know, but then like every time he sees a hand sanitizer in public, he's like,
Just
let's
because
get
you see it
some.
doesn't mean just because he does it doesn't
Handy.
mean it's good.
No, I like he probably has better hygiene than I do. Like,
I still believe. Okay, listen, I'm a huge fan of washing my hands, but like you could still get sick. You could
Right.
still have
Yeah.
all of these things. So I believe that like you could be the most quote unquote perfect person, but like there's still gonna be faults in the in the cracks.
What do you think of like the okay, we're out eating, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we go ahead and we wash our hands before the meal, right?
Yeah.
Of course, makes sense. Then we wash it afterwards.
Okay.
And then while we're getting to the car, hand sanitizer, I'm like kind of being a dead horse here.
That's
You know what I
my
mean? Like
boyfriend.
that's
Okay.
the one where it's just like, okay, I already
I
just
have-
washed my hands, but sure, from the point of the bathroom to the car, I'll go ahead and put more hand sanitizer on my hands. Like that's where I'm like, I think I'm good, honestly.
I hate you because I
But then
flip
if you say no, then you're the gross one. But I'm like, all right,
Okay,
just
here's
put
the
damn
thing.
hand sanitizer on my hands.
You
yeah, all
kind
right,
of-
let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
get this over
literally.
with.
you kind of called me out because I am like that.
Yeah.
So I am the person where I'll wash my hands if I'm at my house. Like the first thing you do as soon as you get in my house, I don't care where you are, wash hands.
Right.
Then as soon as we're leaving, I'll put on my shoes. We'll go outside. I get in the car. We go to Shane's apartment. I wash my hands again. And Shane's like, "Why are we washing hands?" I'm like, "Because we touched the car." And he's like, "I don't get it." And then I'll wash my hands before I eat. I also wash my mouth, and then I'll wash my hands again after we eat.
Wait, you wash your mouth before you eat.
Yeah, and after I
Take all
eat
the
too.
flavors in to make sure you
No,
miss
to
any
make sure the
flavors
oils are
together.
not there. I hate having a greasy mouth even after I eat. Some people don't
Wait,
care
where would the grease come from if you haven't ate yet?
because like oils from the day of your sweat. Don't
Are
look
you
at me
constantly
like
licking
that.
your face? Like how long is your
No.
tongue?
No, it's just like sometimes you get sweaty over there.
In your mouth where
No,
the water precipitates?
like around like the lips area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like-
no, I get
Like under the nose,
Face
the
sweat.
chin.
Face sweat is real, but I'm not a big
But also, like,
lip
I'm not
licker,
just gonna
so I'm
wash
not gonna,
like my mouth area. If
Yeah.
I'm washing my face,
It's like
I'm
everything.
going
It's a
in.
full
I'm washing my mouth.
just
Sometimes I
That's
even
it,
do
one
it at
of
the
those?
sink. I do it at the
Yes.
sink too. I have to. I have
That's
to.
crazy.
My parents think I'm wild because I go through soap like it's like underwear, like it's just out of style. But like I just need to be clean a lot.
Interesting.
And people are like, why do you wash your hands so many times? If I honestly told you how many times I wash my hands a day, I think you'd call me insane. I probably could go through a whole bottle of soap by myself.
Jamie, let me ask you this though, since we're talking about like how you said you're that person. Like, have you ever, like, you know, we just talked about like what our like biggest like no-nos on our first date. Have you ever been the no-no? Like, has the person you're going on a date with been like, oh, like that was not it, like, and then like you felt really bad, like?
I had one person tell me. I remember one guy had actually rejected me, but before he could do it, I did it for him.
You said, I'm not fired, I quit. You hit one of those?
I kind of like felt that it was coming because
What did you do that like kind of like?
I think it was just the fact that like we were just completely opposite people. Like I
Yeah.
think like he wasn't fully out of the closet with like him being bi, and he was accepting of it, but he didn't come out with it yet. And then also I think he was just learning that like we have opposite schedules. He's a night guy, I work in the mornings. So I think things were just not going out as well as we thought it was. It wasn't meshing well. And I started noticing small things of him being like, you need to wear this, like you need to wear necklaces.
Okay.
Or he'd be like,
So he wasn't a big fan of your fashion.
I also
you think?
like he wanted me to wear a necklace to like a party one time. Then he also said
Okay.
something along the lines of like, I said, "Oh, do you want me to come over?" He'd be like, "I don't know. Do you want to?" Like he'd be like questioning
Oh, like,
me.
if you
Right.
want, I hate
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
hate
So
that.
I kind of caught on, and I just said, "Listen, like I'm gonna end it here." And I also realized the only time he really wanted me over is if
Right.
it was for a favor. So I was like, "I'm done." But that was the only time I really
The
caught
only
it.
time I've ever been like that is like, because like, again, the dating apps, whatever. I would never know like what is a good time to like try to get them to a real person interaction. You know what I mean? Because people, I get girls are very worried because like there's dangerous men out there, understandable. But when is it a good time to ask if you can see them? Because even sometimes with girls, like if you ask them to see them in person too soon, they'll instantly block you because then they find that weird.
I feel like it depends on like how the conversation's flowing. If
So
you feel
this is
comfortable.
how I messed up, and you let me know because
Okay.
I think I'm taking responsibility. I definitely messed up this one time. So I was talking to this one girl back when the same time during the dating time, and you know we haven't met in person, right? But we talked for a couple of weeks, maybe like 2 or 3.
I think that's definitely enough time.
Right? And so what happened was she was trying to explain about how like she's in school, but she goes to school in the city. And, you know, she was explaining that like I can't really meet her by her house yet because like I drive and she doesn't. And she found that kind of strange because then I can come to her house anytime. I'm okay, I understand, but we should meet at a spot. And then she was like, oh yeah, but I don't drive, so I don't get to that spot easily.
So
I'm
what the city? Why didn't you guys try and meet in the city?
So this is what I said. I said, oh, like you're going to class on these days. Like I don't have class at that time. Maybe I can meet you up at the city when you're, you know, during your free time. And she immediately thought that was very strange and weird. And then I got blocked, and like that was it.
I thought
The
that
end
was
of
nice and considerate, especially
don't
that
know.
you found
Yeah.
something.
So when she blocked me in the middle, I was like, huh, like I guess that was still too forward to like ask if I can meet her in the city during her off time at school. Maybe she thought that like that's too weird of me to go all the way out to the city to meet her. So I don't know. Would you guys find that weird? 'Cause
I think it
always-
depends.
I would think that's sweet, but
I
like
think-
some people are just scaredy cats, you know.
I think it also
Interesting.
depends on like the type of person. Maybe she's super paranoid because if she's a
Yeah.
Could
paranoid
be.
person and if she's a paranoid person, it just might not be her cup of tea, and that's fine. You know, maybe she's not used to people dedicating to go out of their way, and that might have freaked her out, which is normal, especially if you've been in toxic relationships.
Right. Okay.
So,
I see what you mean. That
I
makes
feel like
sense.
some people, they might be like, oh my god, that's scary, this guy making time, no, and then they're like, I want this but I don't, you know.
Okay.
But we're
You think
talking-
2 to 3 weeks is not that long? Is that is
I feel like a month is good.
okay?
So I feel like you're around there. But the reason why we're talking about all the pet peeves, all the dating no-nos, is because a woman in Brazil, right, was on the street, and this man had decided to basically... he mugged her on the street and stole her phone. And for some reason, as the guy was, like, leaving the area, right, I think he looked at her picture on the phone, and he suddenly was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back to her, and I think I'm going to ask her out. And they fell in love with each other, and now they're together. Can you believe that?
Is the new Disney movie coming out next summer?
That's
what do you
insane.
mean?
Yeah,
crazy.
he said, when I saw her photo on the phone, I said to myself, what a beautiful brunette. You don't see a brunette like that every day, and I regretted stealing it. No joke.
That's probably the best part about everything. Is just the brunette fact. Like, oh wow.
You don't see a brunette like that every day.
They've been together now for 2 years, and I think that they're married.
That's crazy.
I think they're married because it says here that the in-laws have no idea.
You stole my phone and you stole my heart.
That's exactly what it was.
I see the kids being like, so how'd you meet mom? Oh, let me tell you a
I
story.
robbed her.
I literally mugged her at gunpoint.
You don't see brunettes like that every day.
That's what I said to her. First words. She fell in love with me.